Hello, welcome to RGG News. I'm here with the PRO of the National Road Safety Commission, Madam Pearl Satekla. We want to ask her a few questions about their activities here and then what to expect from Ghanaians during these festivities.
National Road Safety Authority. We are the lead agents for road safety management in the country. Our mandate or objective is to see to the reduction of crashes with its resultant death and injuries in the country. So everything we do, some of the functions is education. We coordinate road safety activities of individuals, corporate organizations, and we promote and develop road safety regulations and rules in the country. Now, the add-on is that we regulate the transport sector or transport services when we became an authority, and also we have to enforce institutional mandates. For instance, the agencies that are into road safety management, like the DVLA, the road agencies, Department of Urban Roads, Ghana Highway Authority, even the police, any organization, and then also the transport operators that are into road safety management, we need to enforce their standards they've set for themselves or we have set for them. We enforce those ones too. So we are into education, coordination, promotion and development of road traffic regulation, regulating transport services in the country, and institutional enforcement.
Please, what should Ghanaians look forward to? I mean, some advice for commuters and then travelers, especially because because of the holidays, a lot of people are going to travel outside Accra. So give us some piece of advice.
As you rightly said, because of the Yuletide or the holidays associated with it, a lot of activities will go on. Even the students are already home. Some will still come home, and they all come home through traveling by the road or by bus. And people will go for conventions, people will travel to their loved ones to visit, to celebrate with them. And then this is the hype or the height of business activities in the country. So business women and men will be traveling in and out for their goods and services. And so mobility will be high. And so we are cautioning drivers to be very cautious on the road. Excessive speeding leads to crashes with death and injuries. And so for the purpose of safety, we are advising that drivers should curb or reduce their speed and make sure they adhere to the speed limits on the road. Travelers, especially business women who think they are late in traveling, should exercise restraint, pushing the drivers to go on higher speeds. Now, Harmattan season is coming. There will be fog, there will be blur vision, and especially we could also realize that the rainfall season has gone far into the year, and so roads might be slippery, it will be dark, and so please, we all need to be careful, whether you are a pedestrian, whether you are a driver. Please don't drive recklessly. Be very judgmental, be very adaptable on the road, and pay great attention. Tolerate other road users. Please, it is a festive season. People will be hooked up with friends and families. There will be party, merrymaking. Drivers who will drink at parties should be advised not to drive. We beg them, they should not drive. They should just park their vehicles and join other vehicles. Or if they still insist on driving, they should then not drink at all, because it just takes a small mistake to destroy lives and properties. We should stay safe and stay alive after the Yuletide.
So what are some of the things the authority has put in place to educate Ghanaians ahead of the Yuletide?
Education of road safety management is our core mandate, and we have been doing that since some time. We've not stopped. We have what we call the outreaches. We visit lorry stations, terminals, talk with management of vehicle operators, and then association heads. And so they in turn collaborate with us and we talk to their drivers. And so this Christmas, you see our regional reps all over the country going through terminals and stations, educating drivers. We also enter the churches, we also enter the mosques, and even in the market. Education in the basic and pre-tertiary schools is also ongoing. But now that they vacated this Christmas, we will not go. But we've been doing it since. And now some part of road safety education has found its way into the curriculum activity of our schools. We are hoping that we will advance it in the near future.
How can we actually reduce the statistics?
All right, thank you. The trend is that since 2022 January up to now, October, which statistics that we have, there has been consistent decline in the statistics. Last year it was up about death rate about 20% decline, but this year, although it has declined, it has come down to 7% of a decrease. We are hoping that this Yuletide, the crashes will reduce so that we will maintain or sustain the decline that we've had for the past year. So actually, in general, it has declined marginally. We want it to decline more. And so the things that we can do as road users, we need to be disciplined. There are a lot of rules and regulations guiding driving or using the road. The things we can do to help sustain the decrease or even increase the decrease is that we should abide by rules and regulations on the road. We should not be reckless. We should not be driving carelessly, and then we should not be recalcitrant road users. You see a pedestrian not using the zebra crossing anywhere he or she wants. You see a pedestrian very heavily drunk and walking by the side of the road, not caring whether a vehicle is coming or not. You see a driver not stopping for a pedestrian on the pedestrian crossing. And such things all cause crashes. Don't let us only always talk about what drivers are doing. Passengers and pedestrians as well cause crashes. And also, even those who sell by the roadside, the pedestrian pavement, when you occupy the pedestrian pavement, the pedestrian will be forced to walk on the road or compete with the vehicle on the road, thereby causing crashes where there is a little mistake. And so those who hawk on the pedestrian pavement should be advised to go further back or enter the market. All these things are indiscipline on our part. We are also calling on the institutions or the duty bearers in the road safety management circle to please up their games. We should all work very hard, or we should eliminate laziness and work hard to ensure safety on our roads. For instance, the traffic light, it aids conducive driving. Please, when it is down, we should make every effort to bring it back. The street lights, the markings, and even enforcing road traffic regulation should be taken seriously, because if we educate the road user and there is no enforcement to go with it, you see them lackadaisical. They may not respond as we want them. But when there is strict enforcement, everybody will abide by the rules and regulations, and it is only by that we can reduce crashes on our road. And I also call on the policy implementers to please pump cash into road safety interventions, because road safety activities involves a lot of money. For instance, if we want to buy airtime, we want space in the media, even all the lollipops, all the interventions, the things we do are tangible things which needs funds to be used to do it. Proper road construction needs funds, and so we should make sure we take road safety as a public health issue. When we are talking about 10 most top diseases or illnesses that kill people, road safety is part of the 10. And so why do we leave it like that? We should all try and play the roles we need to play so that we make sure that its management is best, or we are in the best practice management in the country.
Another issue that all Ghanaians have been grappling with is the fact that the state of our roads in some areas are getting bad and bad by the day. What has the authority done with regards to assisting that many of these roads are repaired?
All right, our advocacy, we've been advocating for good roads because global best practice says that good motorable roads also assist in reducing crashes with its resultant death and injury. So we've been advocating for a very long time for better roads. And so you see all the dualization, the footbridges are a result of our advocacy. And so that is what we do. And then in our mandate as an authority, there is a law that road safety auditing should go on. And so before, during, and after construction, our team has to collaborate or complement the engineers to assess the road, the safety aspect, where a bus stop can be put, a street light, traffic light markings. We assess all those things. The experts, there are experts together with the road agencies. They assess that and make sure that everything is in place and the road is a safety-prone road before even it's commissioned. And after commission, they also go and audit to see that the recommendations before was put in place duly. And so those are the rules. And then we work hand in hand. They are collaborators. And so from time to time, we engage and talk about the success, the challenges, and the way forward. I'm just cautioning drivers this Yuletide. Christmas is known to be prone with crashes, increase in crashes. This Christmas, we are bent on not recording increase in crashes. So we beg our drivers, they should exercise caution on our roads, the speed limits to be adhered to, and the passengers should not force drivers to go on top speed or excessive speeding just because they couldn't manage their times. We should all discipline ourselves on the road and we'll record less crashes and stay alive.